Good morning, candidates. Government slashes windfall profit tax on domestic crude oil, uh, ATF, airline turbine fuel, then diesel export. The move follows moderation in the Indian basket of crude to $92.53 per barrel on average in September, compared with the August average of $97.4 per barrel. The government on late Friday slashed windfall gains tax, lowering the duties and cess on domestic crude and export of aviation turbine fuel, ATF, aviation turbine fuel, and diesel following a decline in international crude price. According to Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs notification, it has cut the tax on domestically produced crude oil to 10,500 from rupees 13,300 earlier. Instead of rupees 13.5 per litre, the diesel will now export at 8.5 litre. Similarly, ATF shipments will cost rupees 5 litre and from rupees 9 per litre. The new rates will be effective from September 17. The move follows moderation in the Indian basket of crude to 92.53 per barrel on average in September, compared with the August average of $97.4 per barrel. It is the fifth revision of the windfall tax since its implementation on July 1. So this is the point. I request candidates to go through this. On July 1, Center imposed special additional excise duty of rupees 23,250 per ton on crude and export taxes on petrol, diesel and ATF rupees 6 per litre, 13 per litre, 6 per litre respectively. The tax on petrol was removed subsequently. So this is the point. I would request candidates appearing for Ecgc PO interview to follow this. I am reading this from businessstandard.com. Today's issue, today's paper. Yeah, now coming to this businessstandard.com. Here, let me go through some of the important news reports. The Sensex is now standing at 58,840, a down of say 1,093. Nifty 17,530, down by 346. Gold has come down to 49,352. It has come down by 40, perhaps increased by 40 rupees, but then per 10 gram it was above 50,000 and all earlier. Now silver is 56,713 per kilogram and rupee is maintained at 79.40. Jamshedpur to be reconnected by air under central government's Udaan scheme. Udaan scheme. The idea is to connect tier 2 cities also. Maybe that is the idea. Good. Now, be ready to meet credit demand. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to banks. Restructuring at Ola Group likely to take away 200 engineering jobs. This era not of war. PM Narendra Modi tells Vladimir Putin at SCO meet. Gautam Adani, now chairman of Ambuja Cements. Son Karan is ACC boss. A recession fears hit equities. Sensex sinks 1,093 points. Nifty gives up 17,550. Three reasons why Sensex has crashed over 1,400 points in last 3 sessions. Climate change as business crisis, opportunity, and everything in between. Gas starved Europe's revival of coal plants spells bad news for India. Gas starved Europe's revival of coal plants spell bad news for India. Why? What is the bad news? Coal consumers in India are taking evasive action to save their balance sheets. Association said Indonesian coal miners expect Germany will be their third largest, China and India. The over 150% rise in prices of the fuel across Europe since January this year, a fallout of the gas supply crisis after Russia invaded Ukraine, has made this seemingly absurd ranking possible. More to the point, it has implications for India, which has been an increasing net importer of coal in recent years. The huge price rise in Europe has made coal mines nearer the continent, such as South Africa, pivot even more to those markets. As demand from China also shoots up, result of climate change drying up idle power products producing rivers, Indian imports could be impacted. One reason India has narrowly escaped being singed this season is that production from the state-run Coal India has risen sharply. It was 22.74% up year on year between April to August. The other reason is better management of CIL supplies by the railways has ensured annual monsoon crisis at power plants did not occur this year. So this is what it is. This is a good article. Yeah. So candidates appearing for Ecgc kindly go through this article also. Growth on strong footing, further tightening needed, says RBI report. Then Byju's revenue D2C brands consumer financiers project Cheetah, that is in focus. Foreign fund flows remain weak for banks despite RBI's liberal steps. Former Punjab CM Amarinder Singh to join BJP next week. Planned party merger. Apple relying upscale shoppers to turn latest iPhone into a hit. Global stock markets can retest June 2022 lows. Cautions Chris Wood. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls for more women directors on India Inc. board. Education loan redesign may overcome. Crypto wrap, what to expect from the market after Ethereum's merge. NTA declares CUET UG 2022 results. UK trade deal geopolitical risks. TAS cut out for Commerce Secretary. Top housing projects going nowhere. Litigation funding major issues. Does your company have a rule that prohibits you from moonlighting for another firm, even if it is in a totally unrelated business? Answer is submit. Yeah, 65%. Fed-induced market volatility could spur demand for gold, says experts. PM Gati Shakti, 196 critical infrastructure gas projects identified. Largest states lead as e-way bill generation claims shows data. Government working on linking vehicle tax with emissions, says official. ED points to insider trading in NSE case to share Enforcement Directorate points to insider trading NSE case to share info with SEBI for probe. IGSS signs up 3 equity partners for $3.5 billion wafer plant in Tamil Nadu. Patanjali Group plans list 4 groups firms over next 5 years. Trying to be prudent in this macroeconomic environment, Flipkart CEO. Tata's to invest $90 billion in India in 5 years, focus on new industries. Sensex 58,840, Nifty 17,530. Valuation factor and multiple positives in Power Grid Corporation. Biggest single day slump for markets in 3 months. Sensex fell by 1,093 points. LIC stock hovers around June lows, but analysts remain bullish. See 37% upside. Indus Ind Bank gains 2% on strong outlook. What an uncle can teach his nephew. There is much to be said about Sharad Pawar's ability to be comfortable in his own skin, and there are lessons in its nephew Ajit Pawar. The global brand boasts that is not Indian. Climate change as business, crisis, opportunity, everything between. The reasons why Sensex has crashed over 1,700 points in last 3 sessions. Gautam Adani overtakes Jeff Bezos to become second richest. A recession fears hit equities. Sensex sinks 1,093 points. Stocks to watch: Adani Ports, Tata Power, UPL, SBI, Tata Motors, Patanjali. How the Nizams stole Hyderabad, understanding origins of Asaf dynasty. Growth on strong footing, further tightening needed. Government permits invoicing, payment and settlement of trade in rupees. Adani Group overtakes Tata's to be India's most valued conglomerate. Education loan redesign may overcome banks' reluctance to disburse more. Thank you so much. Best wishes.